Good evening. What's up? Didn't know the music ended. All right, NFL, NL for the win. Yeah, why not? They're the I guess they're the home team, so to speak. They bat last, so yeah, why not? Let's go. Let's pick the National League. I gotta go right back 1 second. Didn't miss anything. All this damn pregame shit for the damn All-Star Game. All this pregame shit. What's going on? NL's going to break the streak, says Pax. I think so too. I think so too. Man, do we really need to have all this pregame stuff for a baseball game? We really need to have a band, a rap band, a rap group, rap for 5 minutes. I mean, just do the national anthem and play the game. I don't know why it's so goddamn hard. Why is it got to be such a freaking show? Anyway, hot? Yeah, it's hot. It is hot. It is hot. There we go. Hot. It's hot. It is hot. What's the weather in Atlanta? Let's see. Did I bet? I don't think I bet. I'm betting on the NL. I don't think I bet it yet. Or did I bet? Maybe I did. I did bet. Here we go. What's up, Mike? AL is 27-7-1 since 1997. Hey, what's the weather in Atlanta? What's the weather in Atlanta, Georgia? Slow today. Slow today. What's up, Randall? Yeah, I think National League is gonna. Georgia, I mean, Texas is killing in Georgia recruiting. They're killing it. I didn't know Georgia had all those top-notch players. Usually the players are in Florida and Texas. California has a lot of players that are good. Louisiana. Didn't think Georgia was a recruiting mecca, like with high school talent. But usually I thought it was Florida and Texas, California. Yeah, so I gotta share this out before. 2 5-stars today. Man. I get excited in December when they sign. Yeah, wake me up in December. That's when I get excited about recruiting. I don't give a shit about freaking recruiting in July. Yeah, I'll make a video about it just because I need to get a video out, content on it, but stuff in July. You know how many NI deals they're going to get between now and December? They're going to get so many NIL deals to steer them to a different school. But at least 100% committed, right? Who's MVP pick for the game? It's tough to know, man, because who's going to play the most? I guess it's not going to be a pitcher. Well, they flipped from Georgia. They aren't leaving. Okay. All right. Yeah, I drank that Kool-Aid once. I drank that Kool-Aid once about players. Oh yeah, they're a lock. They're a lock, man. They ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I drank that Kool-Aid before, man. What's up? You talking about the one the LSU just got? That guy Jesus Christ, made a fucking video about it like 2 seconds ago. Caraway. Caraway. Yeah, I saw that. You doubt Georgia but outgood Texas. Well, if you don't think Georgia has rich alumni, you're crazy. But yeah, man, Jay Johnson just retools, man. That's all he does is retool. All he does is retool. But what's up, normal guy? Yeah, I heard about Shamir Stewart. How's he going to go back to Texas A&M? I don't get that. I don't understand that. Somebody's going to have to explain that to me, how he's going to go back to Texas A&M when he already... I don't get college sports anymore. Now you can go back? When you don't... you can go back now? It's crazy, man. I think we're gonna see some lifers in college football. Well, what if they pass a rule that you can just never leave? You can just, like Diego Pavia for Vanderbilt. He's not going to go to the NFL. What if he can get a good NIL for the rest of his life at Vanderbilt? What if he just stays there? Oh, man. The bots are out, Paxson. The bots are out, Paxson. You're going to have to take care of that for me, Paxson. Alright. I guess I got to put the slow mode on. Guess I gotta put the slow mode on because it's already screwing up. The bots found us. The bots found us. There we go. Yeah, the bots are already out. So, yeah, some bastards. Bastards. But, Skeens will pitch, what, an inning? Probably so. They always, pitchers pitch an inning. They got so many there, they got to get in the game. So, who do I think homers today? Cal Riley for the American League. National League. Who's going to hit for the National League? Ohtani. Well, I'm gonna go with the favorites. I'm gonna go Ohtani for the National League and American League Cal Riley. That's what I'm gonna pick. Well, thank you, Randall. Thank you for taking care of that shit. Beer times is Paxton. You think Chris Hilton? He has a lot of talent. I'll say that. He had a good first half in the Texas Bowl, and then the second half we didn't throw to him that much. You go back and look at the Texas Bowl, we didn't score really shit in the second half, opposed to compared to the first half. And our defense stunk that game too. Yeah, maybe Freddie. Yeah, maybe Freddie Freeman because he likes Atlanta. Maybe Freddie Freeman. I went back and looked. I watched some highlights from that Texas Bowl last night. Man, the defense was so bad. So bad. I bet on Matt Chapman to win the home run derby. Ooh, yikes. Ready for this rain we're supposed to be getting, Randall? Starting Thursday, I think. Thursday, supposed to get some rain. But yeah, the NIL, I think NIL is going to start to slow down a little bit because they risk this. I guess I don't know what the hell you call this. It's not. Is it revenue sharing? You want to call it? I don't know what they're going to call this shit. But I don't know. Oh no. Yeah, they saying Thursday this disturbance is going to get in the Gulf. You know, Gulf of America, Gulf of Mexico, whatever you want to call it. But you don't want to cover all bases. I don't want to offend nobody by calling it the Gulf of America or the Gulf of Mexico because I might offend somebody. But it's called the Gulf. I mean, Dad, you called it the Gulf of America. So, but anyway. Hey man, look, Jay Johnson can go get anybody from anywhere in the country, and I'll think he's a good player. I don't care where he's from. He can play from Little Rock State University. I would say, oh, this guy's a good player. I'll trust Jay Johnson. I don't care where the player's from. Yeah, he could be from the smallest school that you never heard of before ever in your life. Where? Who? Where? Where? Oh, okay. That's Jay Johnson. I'll believe it. I'll trust him. I'm not going to doubt him no more. I'm not going to doubt. I kind of doubt him a little bit this season. He's early in the year. I kind of was questioning him a little bit, but with his lineups and all this, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to challenge him no more. I'm not going to question him. He can do whatever he wants. The guy's won 2 titles. So, what's up, Tyler Smith? This game was supposed to start at 8 Eastern, right? 8 Eastern. And now it's 8, almost 8:20 Eastern. This game still hadn't started yet. I don't know, they're making it seem like this is the goddamn Super Bowl or something. So it's the freaking All-Star game. Why don't they just start this thing at at 7 o'clock Eastern, and then it would start at 7:30 Eastern on the East Coast, 6:30 Central Time, 4:30 on the West Coast. It's crappy ass shit, man. Why do you gotta waste? I don't. You're right. No, nobody cared about the Gulf of Mexico or whatever. America. I mean, you can't rename it. I mean, it's like you can call it whatever you want to call it. It's not something that the United States owns or anybody owns. But anyway, I do like them going back to the normal jerseys. I mean, I don't know why they ever got away with wearing their jersey to the All-Star game. Whatever team you play for, could be Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Tampa Bay. It doesn't matter. That's one of the. I guess that's one of the good things at Manfred's. Very few things. Oh, today we get to see the automated balls and strikes. We get the automated balls and strikes tonight. Yeah, Freddie Freeman's agent killed him. Not killed him. Freddie Freeman's agent really screwed him over with the staying with Atlanta bullshit. Because his agent lied. His agent lied about what the Braves were going to offer him, or some shit like that. That's why he signed with the Dodgers. That's messed up. His agent tried to, get the most money for him, the agent. Fucked him over. So that's messed up. But he wanted to stay with the Braves. Where we go? Here's a batting order for the American League. Get Gleyber Torres, Riley Green, Aaron Judge, Cal Riley, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Ryan O'Hearn, Jr. Caminero, 8 Javier Baez, 9 Jacob Wilson. There's your batting order for the American League. Let's look at the defensive lineup for the National League. Yep, hip hop ready for the robots. So everybody's been wanting robots. You're getting your wish. We'll see what kind of clusterfuck this is. So Paul Skeens on the mound. He needs to get out of Pittsburgh ASAP, but that's not going to happen for another this year or next year. That's why I'm kind of glad Kate Anderson didn't go to the Nationals, because he'd have been stuck at that crappy ass organization. At least the Mariners are they have a chance to go to the playoffs in the American League. That's better for Kate Anderson. So yeah, still miss Freddie. I know his agent screwed him over big time. Didn't he fire his agent after that shit? That's messed up. That his agent fucked him over, just to Well, LeBron, man, what fake Twitter account you falling for? You falling for scams, Karina? Need my screen up anymore. Yeah. So Paul Skeens, ERA of 2.01, a whip of 0.93, opponents hitting 189 off him, 131 strikeouts, his record 4-8. That just tells you the lack of any offense Pittsburgh had, which is horrible, man. How can Pittsburgh used to be a really good baseball franchise. I mean, they've had some really Hall of Fame players that played in their history, and now they're a laughing stock. It's I don't get it. How can they be so bad? with the history that what they've had. Anyway. Oh yeah, NBA Centel, you falling for that? I fell for that one once. I fell for that Twitter account once. So Gleyber Torres, the ex-Yankee, coming to the plate. Now plays for the first place Detroit Tigers. So Paul Skeens on the mound. The Pirates. Yeah, a whip of under one in the majors is just it don't happen, man. Here comes a pitch. That ball's foul back. 0-1. Yeah, a whip of that kind in the major leagues is just man, it's just you don't see that. So 0-1 to Torres, batting .281 on the season. The pitch is upstairs. 1-1. Really curious to see how these automated strikes are going to work. These automated strikes. Here's a 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. 1-2. That was easy when you swing at it. Yeah, Gleyber is a leadoff hitter in the AL All-Star Game. Gleyber Torres. And here's a 1-2. Nice. Ball 2-2. So Gleyber had a few good years for the Yankees, then kind of tailed off at the end. I think he got lazy. 2-2 coming to Torres. Skeens the pitch. That ball, swing and a miss. 1 down. Do they play defense? Yeah, they're not like the NBA and the NFL, where they just stand around. Oh, they got Andrew Jones out there, Chipper Jones throwing out the first pitch, and they're looking old. Damn, that means I'm old. So green up. That's how I want to know. That means I'm old. When Chipper looks old. Andrew Jones. Remember Andrew Jones was 8. Remember when he was 18 years old in the World Series? The 1-0. Hit the strike. 1-1. Yeah, he was like 18 years old in the World Series back in 1996. It's 30 years ago. Here's a 1-1. That's another strike. 1-2. So 1-2 coming to green. The pitch is a ball. 2-2. 2-2. Yeah, robots are good early. So far, I think all these pitches have been right. Here comes the 2-2. That ball's fouled. Out of play. Stays 2-2. Yeah, so far I think the robots are doing a good job in this. So Aaron Judge is on a deck for the American League. I'm about to say the Yankees. For the American League. Here comes the 2-2. That's way off the plate. Count goes full. 3-2. Yeah, can you imagine Skeens on a playoff roster? You put him on the Dodgers, the Yankees right now, or the Tigers. Here's the 3-2. And it's that's upstairs, but he swings at it. 2 down. He'd be number one starter on I think any team. Any team, he'd be the guy that you put out there game one. For the Division Series, American League, Championship Series, or National League Championship Series, World Series. He's game one. Here's pitch to Judge. That's a strike. 0-1. So Judge at the plate. 2 down and nobody on here in the top of the first. AL versus NL. Here comes the 0-1. And it's going to be a ground ball. Up the middle, nice flick, a nice defense, and it's going to be the 3rd out. So 4-3 on the putout. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's American League of 0. National League coming to the plate. Yeah, that's why I want Skeens to get out of there, man. Doom was denied buying property in New York. What's her face? Livy? What the hell she want to buy in New York City? Why the hell she want to live up there, man? Yeah, they better take care of his arm. They don't need the Paul Skeens. Doesn't need to be getting a shoulder injury or an elbow. You know, what's up, NC Fire? He doesn't need that. He doesn't need that in his career this early on to have Tommy John surgery or UCL in his freaking elbow, whatever. You don't need that. I said I'm not really sure about like how baseball works, but I don't think he's going anywhere until after next year. But I don't know. I don't know really the rules about arbitration, and I don't know. But you would think that when they do trade him, that whoever they trade him for is going to have to give up a lot of prospects, young top prospects, and who has a really good minor league system. That's who you really have to look for, because the Yankees have no minor league system. So yeah, they can really deep in alternate. Well, if he pitches long enough, unfortunately, he probably will have it because everybody freaking gets it. Randall, I mean, it's like an epidemic now in baseball. All these players are getting Tommy John injuries. That picture for Jacob deGrom for the Mets. I mean, he had it like every year. It seemed like for 3 years straight. He had every time he would get it, he'd come back. All right, we got Ohtani, Acuna, Marte, Freeman, Machado, Will Smith, the White Will Smith, Kyle Tucker, Francisco Lindor, and then Pete Crow Armstrong. There's your lineup for the National League. On the rubber for the American League is Screwball. Since April 8th, his record is 10-1 with an ERA of 1.88, a WHIP of 0.76, which is really good. 143 strikeouts, 12 walks. This guy has been on fire lately for the Tigers. Here comes the pitch. There's a foul. 0-1. It was Babe Ruth's apartment. I mean, his Babe Ruth's family don't own that. It's kind of weird. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit out of play. 0-2. They say you throw harder at the Tommy John. Yeah, but you're out sometimes for like 2 years. Here's the 0-2. That's down low. 1-2. 1-2. So 1-2 to count. Here to Ohtani. And 276 on the season. Now, why wasn't Ohtani in a home run derby last night and Judge? That ball was hit to center field for a base hit. So Ohtani just lifted it to center for a base hit. You know, that's a good piece of hitting for Ohtani. Like seeing batters just put the bat out there, make contact, and lift it to right over the shortstop's glove. All this launch angles and. All right, so we got Acuna Jr. to the plate. Oh, I like him, man. When he got hurt, was it last year? But I think he's been hurt like 2 or 3 times the past like 5 years, hasn't he? That ball's hit foul 0-1. Some Braves fan will know. But only worth about it. Only with Babe Ruth's apartment only worth $1 million. Damn, that's it. A lot more than that. I think wasn't Ronald Acuna out like a few years, like twice the last like 5 years. He's been having year-end injuries. So Ronald batting .323 on the season, behind the count 0-2. I did not, Randall. Somebody take care of that, please. 0-2 pitch is upstairs, 1-2. So 1-2 to count to Ronald Acuna. There's a ground ball, slow roll to the second base. Only plays to first, and there's no play. Infield single. No play. Infield single. Now, see the LSU Baseball National Championship bracket. I did not. Talk about like all the teams that won it for LSU. We're trying to figure out who the best team is. And what bats are we using? What bats are we using? So I want to know. Are we going to have Marte to play? The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Because they use different kind of bats. Back in the Gorilla Ball days. That 97 team, how many home runs that 97 team hit with Brandon Larson? Here's an 0-1. There's a base hit down the line in right field. I think 2 runs are going to score out of this. As Ohtani trots home, Judge gets it into the infield, but I think 2 runs are going to score, and it does. 2-0 National League. 2-0 NL. It's probably going to be a double. There you go. Wooden bats. That's probably now I would probably watch that because that would change things tremendously. If everybody had to use a wooden bat in that game, that's good. That's a good like that. I like that idea. So Freddie Freeman up. That's a low and away. 1-0. That's a good idea, Randall. Wooden bats. So Freddie Freeman has won a World Series with both the Braves and the Dodgers. Here's a 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Was won it with the Dodgers last season, when they beat the Yankees. So 1-1 to count to Freeman. Batting .297 on the year. And the pitch is a grounder to third. And toss to first. 1 down. First out of the inning. Yeah, I remember that 2000 team. I was old enough to remember that 2000 team. They had some pitching on that team was pretty good too. You had Trey Hodges. You had Brian Tallet, or Tallet, however you want to pronounce it. All right, so Machado up, batting .292 on the year for the Padres. Oh, that's gonna be a foul. Looks like it'll be off the ump. 0-1. So what y'all think about the automated balls and strikes so far? So far, I think it's worked pretty well. There's some you can watch some YouTube videos that there's some that they get that they miss. But so far, I think it's worked well. But nobody's complained yet. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Yeah, nobody's complained about the balls and strikes being off yet. I don't think they have been. I think every pitch that hasn't been swung at has been called correctly. So 0-2 here to Machado. And the pitch. That's good. Ooh. That's 1-2. Are they going to challenge that? That looked close. We having our first challenge? Yeah, we are. We're having a challenge. Let's see. That's a strike, right? It is. Call's overturned. That's strike 3. 2 down. Hey, we had a call. We had a challenge. We had a challenge. So there's what counts? There should be 2 down. Here comes the pitch to Smith. Here's a strike. 0-1. There's 2 down now. And it's the white Will Smith at the plate. Man. We had a successful challenge. The pitch. Swing. And a miss. 0-2. That was easy. Caden says, go Tigers. So, Screwball already given up 2 runs here in the bottom of the first for the American League. And the pitch, swing to miss. That's strike 3. And the side is retired. But the National League gets 2 runs. They leave a guy on. We'll go to the second. American League 0, National League 2. Yeah, it was pretty easy. I like that. It worked well. It didn't take a commercial break. Didn't take a commercial break. Oh yeah, that guy from Oklahoma. What was his name? What was his first name? Gray. But that was his last name, wasn't it? What was his first name? No, you're gonna need to have the. You're gonna need to have the. They're gonna be have to back there to call outs at the plate or not. They're not gonna go anywhere. They just won't be calling balls and strikes. They'll just be sitting back there, saying strike or ball. But you got to have an umpire back there calling plays, calling outs at the plate. So, but now that was quick. They took 30 seconds. And it was, so, worked well. Like that. But I think if you win, you get to keep your challenge. So, it's not like you have 2 challenges and then you're done with the rest of the freaking baseball game. So, as long as you're correct, I think you get to keep them. You don't lose them. Which would make no sense whatsoever. I don't like that in the NFL. If you just keep getting them right time and time, well, you should be able to just keep your challenges forever in the NFL. I mean, it's not your fault that the Zebras suck at their job. So it's going to be 2-0 National League. Going to go to the top of the second inning. It's the American League. John Gray, thank you. John Gray. Hey! What you barking? Why are you barking out here? Hey! Get back inside. You gonna bark, boy? Damn dog. What is this? Barks. I don't think you need an umpire at all. Have cameras up high. You at all? Even at first base? No, you gotta have umpires. Then what's next? You don't need any NFL referees? They're not going nowhere. But you definitely don't need them calling balls and strikes anymore. If this works out well, you'll probably see next year they'll have automated balls and strikes. Yep, man, that was 2013. Roo! You about to go back inside. You can't shut your damn mouth. Look, Clayton Kershaw on the mound for the National League now. And Cal Raleigh drops it to left field. Going to be caught, though. 1 down. He's got to go inside. He's got to go inside. So Tucker with the sliding catch and left. 1 down. We got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the plate. There's a strike going 1. He's wearing the kind of old school Toronto jerseys from the 90s. That's a ball 1-1. It's low in the dirt. Yeah, I'd have to go look it up, Randall. That game against. I thought it was a little closer than that. I mean, I thought it was. I thought we had more runs than that. I can't remember. Here's a 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. 1-2. That was a missed opportunity for Maneri to win a championship. That team had some good pitchers on it in 2013. Here's a 1-2. That's 2-2. And we didn't play small ball in Omaha. That park was too big. We couldn't play gorilla ball. Paul screwed up that World Series. There's a strike. That's strike 3 looking. 2 down. 2 down. So Kershaw gets a fly out to left, and then a strikeout. Now they're going to come in and take Kershaw out with 2 down here in the top of the second. I guess you got to get all these pitchers in somehow. So the National League making a pitching change. Oh, that's right. That's right. Ironson went to the Red Sox, huh? That's right. Ironson went to Boston. Boston is a team that can win. I like Ironson going there. I like Kate Anderson going to the Mariners. The Mariners can make the playoffs. The Nationals ain't making no playoffs, man. Not the Nationals. The Nationals ain't going nowhere, man. They stink. That's why I'm happy that Kay didn't go there. You're right back. I gotta get me some. I gotta get me some beer for the hurricane party. Go Red Sox is Zachary. What's up, Zachary? Yeah. But it's 2-0. Pitching change for the National League as Kershaw went 2/3 of an inning, and they're going to the bullpen. So Skeens went an inning. Kershaw went 2/3 of an inning. So Sox are the hottest team in baseball right now. Red Sox. Red Sox. Yeah, with the third wild card, it opens up a lot of opportunities for teams that don't win the division to make the playoffs. All right, so Clayton Kershaw, 11-time All-Star, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, won the World Series twice. Just went 2/3 of an inning, had a fly out, then a strikeout. So he'll exit the National League and go to the bullpen. And that's going to be Adam at the plate. Adam going to pitch you O'Hearn. So 2 down here in the top of the second. Here comes the 0-1. That's a ball, 1-1. They didn't even give us the particulars, so now they are. Jason Adam, 6-3 record, an ERA of 1.70, whip of 1.26. That's not a bad whip. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. 1-2. So 1-2 to count. Here to O'Hearn. And it's going to be missed. Way outside. Going to be 2-2. Red Sox. We're still in the division race also. I was just speaking just in general terms. 2-2. That ball's hit to right field for a base hit. Oh, it's a foul. Foul. Oh, just went foul. This went foul at the end. So Ryan O'Hearn had to walk back to the batter's box. I was just speaking in general terms. Not really, NL's going to win. So 2-2 to count here to O'Hearn. Just hit one foul down the right field line. Just man, looked like that ball was going to drop in. But then it just kept drifting and drifting. Then went foul. Here comes 2-2. As we strike 3 looking. Late call. That's going to retire the side. But I think they got the call late. That was a strike. So we'll go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 National League. So far, I think the automated balls and strikes are working well. They need to implement this next year in the majors. This needs to happen next year. I don't like how they take players out the game, Randall, for like 1. I think you should get 2. If you get 2 targeting calls, then I think you should be gone. I think you should get a mulligan. You should get 1. 1, okay, you messed up. Okay, you messed up. But it happens again, you're gone. I don't know why they don't just change them. But Eagle Fang says less than 2 weeks. What are you talking about? The gold jack. What the hell are you talking about, Eagle Fang? In 2 weeks, the shitters turn and win the gold jack. What are you talking about? No, what are you talking about on Twitch? So, Happy Gilmore. Okay. There it is. Thank you, Eagle. I just was off. Eagle Fang's on Twitch. I'm on Twitch and YouTube again. I'm trying the Twitch and YouTube thing again. So, yeah, it's suspending the player for a half. The next game is just kind of dumb. I agree. They should not do that. But that's what they do, So, yeah, that's what screws all up, But anyway, man. So we go to the bottom of the second. National League up 2-0 here in Atlanta. I put the weather for Atlanta. I didn't check it. Like I put it up. I didn't check what the weather was. Blame all the concussion lawsuits for that. It's 80 degrees up there in Atlanta. Yeah, blame all the concussion lawsuits with the NFL and their tackling rules now. They're doing it just to save face, so they don't have to pay lawsuits. All right, so Carlos Rodon on the mound for the American League. As a pitch to the plate. It'll be a ball to Tucker. 1-0. So Rodon's 10-6 with an ERA of 3.08, whip of 1.00. Other whip is really, really good. Here comes a 1-0 to Tucker. That's a 2-0. It's close, 2-0. 17 homers for Kyle Tucker on the season. The Cubbies. Here's the 2-0. That's fouled back. 2-1. For the Cubbies. That's who I should have started this. That's who I should have started the year with doing games. It's the Cubs. So the Yankees. So start with the Cubs. But now I'm just entrenched with the Yankees. I can't get off it. I'm gonna get in the YouTube algorithm with the Yankees eventually. So 2-2 to Tucker. It's like a quest for me. 2-2 pitch. That's gonna be ball 3-2. Thank you, Paxton. Man, they're out, man. They're out today. The what you call it, 3-2 coming to Tucker. There's a ground ball to second. And 1 down. So Tucker grounds out 4-3. 1 down here in the second. So 1 down. We're going to have Lindor coming to the plate. Francisco Lindor of the New York Mets. 19 homers, 54 RBIs, batting .260 in the season. Fifth time All-Star for the Metropolitans. There's a pitch. There's a foul on 1. 0-1. First start for Lindor. He's been the All-Star 5 times. I played Little League, youth football. Swing and miss, 0-2. I played youth football. I didn't play football in high school. Yeah. There was no Oklahoma drills in youth football. Here's the 0-2. And there's a ball 1-2. I didn't tell you about my Al Bundy moment playing youth football. I never told you about that. I had an Al Bundy moment. Here's a 1-2, and it's 2-2. When I recovered a fumble when I was 8 years old. I remember the play vividly. 2-2 pitch. Swing to miss. 2 down. 2 down. What's up, Kyle? I was 8 years old. And the quarterback was handing the ball to the running back, and it was a bad exchange, I guess. And then I fell on it, and then the quarterback was trying to pull the ball away from me. And I actually ended up going to high school with him. But he was like, I think, a year older than me. So Crow Armstrong up. There's a ball, 1-out. So far, we've only had 1 challenge in this game, which is, and it was a successful challenge. Here's the 1-out. That ball's hit to center or right field for a base hit. That's going to be a double. It goes all the way down to the wall. And it is. Crow Armstrong gets on with a stand-up, a double here in the second. 2-out double for Crow Armstrong. Dolphins came on at 10. 10 what? Where are you? Came on at, first pitch wasn't until 8:30 Eastern. But they had, pregame shit that lasted a half hour. So 2 down, 1 on. As we go back to Ohtani, there's a strike. 0-1. Ohtani's 1 for 1, had a single back in the first inning, scored a run. So Rodon comes set. The 0-1 is off the plate, 1-1. Yeah, one more week into NFL training camps. But they're gonna need to get Saints are gonna need to get Chuck signed up. Here's a 1-1. That's down low, 2-1. Yeah, they're gonna have to get Chuck signed up. So 2-1 coming to Ohtani. Rodon delivers a pitch. That ball's crushed to right field, but foul. Foul. Ooh, I was close. I was close. You said who was going to hit a homer? I said Ohtani. I was close. Man. Ohtani almost made me look like like I knew something. 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a grounder to first. And he'll beat him to the bag for the third out. So we'll go to the second inning. Third inning. Third inning. 2-0 National League. Yeah, he crushed that ball, but it was just foul. What's up, Kelly Gardner? Member again in the house. Member again in the house. Yeah, he crushed that ball, just foul. Just foul. Top of the third inning we go, man. You know what's gonna suck? Gonna come like when baseball gets back started, but Friday is they're not gonna have the automated balls and strikes. They're gonna go back to the they're gonna have to make this permanent next year. NFL season went by. I can't believe it's almost here. Yeah, I'm interested about the Saints. Who's gonna be our quarterback? I don't expect the Saints to win many games this year. I know that going in, so I can handle it. I just hope that they do bad enough to pick like in the top 4. That way they can really get a good player in the draft next year. Either that or make the playoffs. That's what I hope the Saints do. Either finish bottom 4 in the NFL or make the playoffs. That's it. There's no in between. I don't think they're making the playoffs, but I think if you ask me, put a gun to my head, what do you want? I either want the playoffs or them be bottom 4. The American League finds a way. At least they don't do this. Remember like, what was it, 10 years ago? Or how long ago? They did the stupid shit where they, the winner of the All-Star Game had home field advantage in the World Series. Remember that bullshit that they did? All because the game tied, like, because it was like late. I think like the game tied and people were upset that there was how can you have to be a tie in baseball? So. Yeah. So we're gonna go to the top of the third inning. American League needs to get some base runners. Need to get some base runners. Need to get some base runners. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, Anthony Richardson quitting because it was too hard. It was kind of, I'm like, man, this is the NFL, man. There's a ground ball. It's a base hit. As Webb on the mound. As it's a single for the American League. That was happening so fast, I didn't know who was batting. So leadoff single for the American League here in the third. As they change pitchers, they change, and I don't know who the fuck pitched. I don't know who the hell. Anyway, got runner at first for the American League near the top of the third. So Webb on the mound. There's a swing and a miss to Baez. 0-1. So Javier Baez. Got one on and nobody out. That's a ball 1-1. You quit football to play golf. What? Well, you can make a lot of money playing golf too, so it's a lot less. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. At least you're not getting hit. Yeah, the broadcast. They're very late coming back from break. They're very late coming back from break, and the game is already happening. Here's a 1-2. There's a foul. So instead of showing, come back maybe like a 30 seconds earlier, showing who's pitching. That's a come on, Fox. Get your shit together. Remember when Fox first came out? I do. Before they even had the NFL. They were like a weird, very hard channel to get. So Logan Webb on the mound for the National League. 2-2 to count to Baez. What's up, Karan? There's a ground ball to third and fair ball. Throw to first. And they got him 2 down. Oh, 1 down. 1 down. Warner does go to second. 1 down. 1 down. What's up, Karam? How you doing today? We got they're aligning the what are they doing here? What's the National League doing here? They're subbing people out. They're putting Pete Alonso in at first and taking Freddie Freeman out. As good to see the fans give him good to see the fans give him an ovation, man, because he didn't want to leave Atlanta. He really didn't want to leave Atlanta, but his freaking agent really fucked him up over hard. Here's a fly ball left field, and Wilson hits it. Be out there. I mean, they were showing Freeman. We almost missed the at bat. Come on, Fox, get your shit together. 2 down. Fox needs to get their shit together, like pronto. They almost missed this at bat because they were too busy showing Freddie Freeman in the dugout. Come on, Fox. All right, going back to the top of the order. Yeah, Gleyber Torres. There's a strike. 0-1. So Torres 0-1 with a strikeout back in the first inning. 281 average on the season. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So it's 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 to Gleyber. 0-2 pitch is a ground ball. First base side. That should be an easy play for Pete Alonso. Takes himself to retire the side. So we'll go to the bottom of the third, and it's 2-0 National League. Right back. You're back. Check something quick. I'm back. All right. I'm back. I get my iPad for some reason. I can see some, check something real quick. All right. You gotta put your Texas on game day. Yeah, you gotta put on game days. You gotta do that. I agree with you. I agree with you. So we're gonna go to the bottom of the third inning. National League up 2-0. Hey, I'm bad. Panera bread. Panera bread. Goodness. Come on, it's just taking forever. This just in between innings. So we're going to go to the bottom of the third inning. 2-0 in National League. As they're coming to the plate. See if we have any subs yet in the batting order. National League scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Ron Acuna Jr. up. There's a strike going 1. New pitcher is Wu on the mound for American League out of Seattle Mariners. Here comes the 0-1. 0-1 here to Ronald. It's a pitch. Swing and miss. 0-2. He's showing the game? No. Can't show the game. It's illegal. It's on Fox. It's 0-2 coming to Ronald Acuna Jr. Here comes the pitch. That's way outside. 1-2. So 1-2 to count to Acuna. Yeah, Wu's a good pitcher for Seattle. Had the Yankees shut down until late in the game, till their bullpen blew it. Swing and a miss. 1 down. 1 down. One down. So 1 down here in the bottom of the third. We pitch to Marte. There's a ground ball right side. And 2 down. 2 down. Yeah, I mean, that's why radio is so much better, Mike, than game broadcast, because radio actually has to talk about the game. I think people on TV they just let the picture do everything. So that's just what's bad about that aspect. So Pete Alonso at the plate. He's batting for the first time tonight. Here comes the pitch. At the ball, 1-0. So Pete Alonso has 26 doubles, which leads the National League. 21 homers and 77 RBIs. But the Metropolitans. Here's a 1-0. That's a 2-0. Just missed low, 2-0. nothing gets said on these hot mics. Not really. I mean, the players are too focused on the game to say shit. They got to focus on stuff. 2-0 pitch. And it's going to be hit to first, a line out for the third out. So the National League goes in order 1-2-3. We'll go to the fourth, still 2-0 NL. But yeah, we need some American League needs some runs, man. Where's Harry Carey when you need him? Let's get some runs. Let's get some runs, as Harry Carey would say. A 1, a 2, a 3. Yeah, so I can turn this one fan off. Yeah, ready for this Invest 93L to come in the Gulf. I think tomorrow, and bring rain down here to southern part of the U.S. Invest 93L. So, but I mean, I think that's why I like radio better than TV, because the radio actually have to tell you what's going on. They have to paint a picture, try to paint a picture of what's going on, because you can't see it, obviously. I think some broadcasters they let the video show what happens instead of actually telling you, oh, here's a fly ball center field, whatever. But just but there's been some broadcasters that were really good that was on TV, like Keith Jackson, Pat Summerall, John Madden, Jack Buck, not his little boy. Jack Buck was good. But hey, right, what's up, Steve G? Best MLB game of the year. Hurry up, football. He says, hurry up, football. Oh, what's this? A Papa John's commercial. They wait till the fourth inning to show a Papa John's commercial. They should have done that earlier. By the time you get your pizza, the game will be over. It's kind of the product placement isn't very good. So we're going to go to the top of the fourth inning. And we all good. We already missed a pitch. Come on, Fox, get your shit together. So we got the new pitcher on for the National League from the Mets. I guess, okay, what's his name? Peterson, pitching to Green with David Peterson. 6-4 record with a 3.8 ERA 3.06. Fernando Tatis in playing right. Here's a pitch to Green. Swing and miss. 1-2. Oh, the steroid era, it was much better. Chicks dig the long ball, man. Here's a 1-2. Swing and miss. 1 down. Yeah, the chicks dig the long ball. I think the 80s was the best for music. We got Aaron Judge coming to the plate. So we got 1 out, nobody on. Here comes the pitch from Peterson. There's a strike. The Judge 0-1. But, all right, so Judge needs some help, man, in the lineup with New York. There's 1-1. He needs somebody behind him that can actually, hit the ball to kind of protect him a little bit, where nobody pitches around him. Here's a 1-1. That ball's foul back. 1 and 2. If Stanton was worth a shit and hitting, 20-something homers, then maybe they could kind of, not walk Judge so much. But the guy has no help, man. The guy has no help at all. Talking about who's calling the game on Fox. I have it down. Here's a 1-2. That ball's grounded the short. And 2 down. 2 down. Yeah, I don't have the sound. Is it what's his face? God damn, what's his name? The gray-haired dude. I forgot his name. All right, so Cal Raleigh's up. He has 38 homers on the season for the Seattle Mariners. Judge has 35. Here comes the pitch. There's a strike. Yeah, he was Cal Raleigh was one of my guys I said that was going to hit a homer tonight. So him and Ohtani. Here's the 0-1. That ball's hit to right field for a base. It's going down the wall. No, nice cut off by Tatis. And Raleigh will stay at first. Good play by Fernando Tatis in right field to hold Cal to a single. Yeah, bring me back, man, to the 80s. That's when nobody was on cell phones and freaking social media. Even the early 2000s were pretty cool. So Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up. The pitch. That's going to be another base hit to center field. So now Cal will go to third. So we got first and third. 2 down here in the fourth is the American League starting to hit the baseball a little bit. Oh, John Smoltz calling the game? John Smoltz is all right, but he's more of a color analyst. Chasing history, most home runs in a single season. I don't think anybody's going to get the Bonds record. Here's a pitch to O'Hearn. Here's another ground ball, but the pitcher gets it this time. Underhand toss. Here's a third out. So, the American League is 2 guys on. They threaten. They don't score. We'll go to the bottom half of the fourth. It's still 2-0 National League. We had the world at our fingertips, man. You're right, man. We did. And then social media came, and then you think 2000? I think it was after that. It wasn't about 10 years ago where all this, Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. We started really maybe 2007, 2008, around that time. When Instagram and Facebook took off. Remember MySpace? They had MySpace at the time. I had a MySpace account. MySpace was actually pretty cool. I think MySpace was better than Facebook, but everybody gravitated to Facebook for some reason. I think MySpace was better. Tom, remember Tom? Whatever happened to Tom? Tom was like your only friend you had at first. Whatever happened to Tom? I don't even know my MySpace. Is it still even around? I don't think I even have that access to that that email anymore that I had at the time. MySpace. MySpace. So we're going to the bottom of the fourth inning. In a lot of ways, the internet has ruined some things in ways. Because people believe everything they see on the internet, for one. All this, have you watched this AI shit where it's like fake, like sharks, they save sharks or turtles from the sea that has like barnacles on them, tires over their heads, and people think this is real? I'm like, my God, man, people, this is not real. This is AI. I'm like, yeah, you can rank your friends on MySpace. Yeah, you can rank your friends on MySpace. rank, rank your friends. Yeah, but Chipotle. I've been to Chipotle like one time. It was all right. I mean, it's better than some fast food shit, but it's not. It's not something I would say. Let's go out to eat at Chipotle tonight, honey. So Machado at the plate for the National League. That's a pop up out of play. 0-1. So Joe Ryan on the mound. 9-4 record for the Twins. 2.72 ERA, a whip of a 0.91. 121 Ks and 23 walk. That's a good ratio. Here's the swing and miss. 0-2. Am I going to go see Superman? I don't know. Maybe. Here comes the 0-2. That's 1-2. One and two. 1-2 pitch. Swing and miss. One down. One down. One down. So one down. We're going to have, who's going to play now? There's a Smith. There's a pop-up. Shallow center. And there's two down. That's quickly two down in the inning. Two down. Superman. I mean, is it gonna be good or not? I don't know. Is it good or not? Is it gonna be good? Superman. I mean, the first Superman came out in like 1978. Here's a pitch to Tucker. There's a foul with one. So are they doing this like what you call it? Like it's like the new Freddy movies and Jason's and Friday 13th. There's a 1-1. We're gonna have Superman 20. So Tucker's 0-for-1 on the evening for the National League. 1-1 to count, two down, nobody on in the bottom of the fourth. That's upstairs. That's a ball. 2-1. 2-1 to go. Get it, Tucker. 2-1. Swing and miss. 2-2. 2-2. And 2-2 pitch coming to the plate is strike three call. That's going to end the end of the bottom of the inning. We'll go to the fifth. And it's 2-0 National League. And 2-0 National League. Top of the fifth, we go. Still 2-0, man. We need some runs or something in this game. Something. The American League needs to get some offense going, man. Here back. All right. We're back. I like how they had the grass cut. Or was that AI? It's probably AI. Standing up for cancer. That's good. I can stand up for. I'll stand up for cancer. I'll stand up for cancer. I'll stand up for cancer. I can do that. What we all should do is stand up for cancer. I'll stand up for my mom. Yeah. Everybody's standing up, man. Standing up for cancer. What's the guy say? Shut up. Don't say to say what? One good thing that baseball does. Together. All right. Good job, baseball. Good job. Shut up, man. Do not say that. What the hell are you talking about, Jacob? Why haven't you come back and responded? Don't say what. Student of the game so far. Yeah, it's been kind of not much offense in the game. So, been a pitcher's duel, so to speak. But there hasn't been, like one pitcher. It's been, so the American League is getting, they can't get runs. Can't get runs, man. So, I guess Jacob's not going to talk no more, Steve. You told me to shut up for some reason when I said I was going to stand up for cancer, but I don't know about that. So. Anyway, though, game on. Yeah, it's hot one, Steve. It's hot, man. Hot. So when we come back to action, we'll be in the top of the fifth. 2-0 National League. They're trying to get trying to win a game against the American League. They're 27-7-1 in the last 35 games. The American League has been dominating the All-Star Game. National League needs to win one. Need to win a game, man. Need to win a game. Snoozer of the game. Fox, IndyCar. IndyCar, Toronto, Sunday at noon Eastern on Fox. Fastest racing on earth. All right, here we go. Top of the fifth. 2-0 National League. They lead here over the American League. Let's see if we have any new batters coming to the plate since we're getting in the fifth inning. Best non-seafood restaurant in New Orleans. Well, I mean, you like a restaurant that doesn't sell seafood at all, because a lot of those restaurants are going to sell some kind of seafood. But I mean, even steakhouses have seafood. Commander's Palace is a really good place in New Orleans, and they're not a seafood restaurant, so. But they do sell seafood, but they're not like predominantly a seafood restaurant. What are they doing at Bristol? They're having a baseball game at Bristol. So what's up with this bullshit, man? Just play baseball at baseball parks, and football at football stadiums. Don't go to. I don't get that shit, man. All right, we'll go to the top of the fifth inning. New pitcher on for the Nationals is Mackenzie Gore, 4-8 record, ERA of 3.02. First All-Star Game selection, 138 Ks and 35 walks on the season with a whip of 1.20. Finally, they actually come back and show somebody's stats. As Caminero bounces back 0-1. This is a guy that got the base hit earlier, and they were so fast coming back from break, we didn't see who was batting. So Junior Caminero at the plate. And the 0-1 is fouled, 0-2. We foul back 0-2 here to Caminero, third baseman for the Rays. They just got sold. Here's the 0-2. Has a grounder to short, and one down. They need to find like a stadium to play in. Yeah, Tropicana. I think isn't Tropicana like gone forever? Another player from a crappy ass team, man. Like a pitcher, yeah. We got Baez to plate. That's a ball 1-0. Yeah, and he has a really good ERA, but his record's bad. He's playing for the Nationals. That's 2-0. So 2-0 to Baez. So they won that World Series. How long ago it was? And they really haven't done much since. 2-0 pitch. There's a ground to the short. And long throw to first. Did they get him? Got him. 2 down. They got him. 2 down. I wish baseball had some kind of salary, cap, so to speak. At least NBA has these aprons now that kind of changes things. Here's Mr. Wilson. 1-0. Let's low it in. No, the NFL has it right, where if there's a hard cap, you can't go over it. Here's a 1-0. There's a strike. 1-1. Yeah, I thought I heard Tropicana's like gone. We got a challenge here. Second challenge of the game. Let's see here. That's a ball. So the call is overturned. It's now 2-0. All right. So we get another challenge. It's now 2-0 instead of 1-1. The pitch is a ground ball to short, and there's 3 outs. That was quick. So we'll go to the bottom of the fifth, and it's still 2-0 National League. That was quick. Yeah, these leagues that have salary caps, I know, it works, man. It gives some teams chances, man. Yes, Kate Anderson will pitch for a team that's going to go to the playoffs, man. Nationals suck, man. I'm glad they didn't go there. And the Angels, I don't know about them. I'm not really too. It might be better than Washington, but I don't know. But I mean, Seattle's right there in the playoff hunt this year to go to the wild card. So I don't think Cade will pitch this year. I don't know. No, Skeens didn't pitch because Pirates stunk. So yeah, that's what I liked about the NBA this year is that they had a small market team win the title. I know the ratings were horrible because people don't give a shit about Oklahoma City and Indiana, but at least it was somebody that's never won a championship before, and so it was actually pretty. I liked seeing that. Gives me hope with the Pelicans, but they'll look at our coach and I say, "Got no fucking we ain't got no fucking chance." Well, baseball, the Yankees, the Dodgers, Red Sox, they can just outspend everybody, and they can just pay the luxury tax, whatever the hell it is, and be done with it. If you're going to win as a small market team in baseball, you better hit with young talent and win right away before they're they going to get paid. That's tough to do. That's gonna be tough to do. Yeah, I remember the Rockies went to the World Series. What was it? They lost to the Red Sox, but that was a little different back then. Right. Or they did go to the World Series. Lost to the Red Sox, the Rockies. But yeah, I mean. The teams like the Yankees and the Dodgers will never vote on that. They're for a hard cap in Major League Baseball. Should have been done a long time ago, like the NFL did, before salaries got out of hand. Football got ahead of the curve in the mid '90s. So Drew Rasmussen on the mound, going to pitch to Lindor. There's a ball 1-0. Yeah, they got swept by the Red Sox. That 2008 or 7. Here comes the 1-0 to Lindor. Did he go around? They're going to appeal to third, and yes, 1-1. Oh, that's been announced. I thought I read somewhere where it was. I thought there was an article on the Rant about. Whoever the company was doing it was under investigation or something. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2. Look at this. I thought they couldn't do the shift no more. I thought baseball done away with the shift. They're shifted. 1-2 to count. There was an article in the Tiger Rant about something with this firm or whatever that's doing this arena got there's something shady with it. Here's a 1-2. That's 2-2. 2007. Thank you, Steve. 2007. Coming at the end of the 6th inning, you got a Hank Aaron tribute. There's the ball hit to right field, but caught though. Man, that was hit on the button. But 1 down. The AL dominance. They've won the 10 of the last 11 games, and yeah, they've been dominating. I had to go. It's somewhere on the Rant. Bow down. I wonder if I could. I wonder if it's anchored. So Crow Armstrong up. Here comes a pitch. There's a ball 1-0. Yeah, it was on Tiger Rant, and it was about. It was within the last week. Here's a 1-0. There's a 2-0. So Crow Armstrong 1 for 1. Cubs need to go back to not having last names on their jersey. This guy, his name barely fits. Swing and a miss. 2-1. He's like Henry Rodengardner. You know, when his last name didn't fit in the jersey, they got to go like an arch. Here comes a 2-1. That's popped up. Left field. And coming over. 2 down. 2 down here in the 5th. I'd have to go look at it, man, like who it was sponsored by. But I don't think I don't remember. But if it's Louisiana, man, you know it's gonna be something freaking shady. You know it's something freaking shady with the state of Louisiana. There's somebody's getting a kickback somewhere. Somebody's cousin is getting a kickback. So Kyle Schwarber in the game. Ohtani's out. And it's a strike, 0-1. Second Phillies player with 30-plus homers at the break. Mike Schmidt did it back in 1979. Here's an 0-1. That's foul back. 0-2. Yeah, Nuss is going to be the quarterback again. He needs to cut down on his decision-making at times and kind of, read the defense a little better. But that comes with practice. 0-2 pitch. And Schwarber lifted up to center field, but should be caught. And it is. So we'll go to the 6th inning. Still 2-0 National League. And we need some runs, man. This game is getting boring, man. Maybe they need to use aluminum bats in the All-Star Game to drive up runs. But then maybe it'll just be too much like home run derby if they do that. Maybe it'd be too much, home run derby and. What the fuck is this commercial? Jardines. They cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney infections, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar. What the fuck, man? All these goddamn freaking, drugs, man, that have all these side effects, man. It's like, man, damn, man. It's like, why? Why would you want to take it? What's going on, St. Louis Rocks? Just watching a commercial about drugs, Jardiance. And it has, they tell you, we got a new Blizzard at Dairy Queen. What's this? The new cake batter dough Superman Blizzard at Dairy Queen. Oh, that sounds pretty cool, man. I'm gonna go to Dairy Queen and get me a Superman cake batter Blizzard. that sounds yummy. That sounds yummy. That sounds yummy. All right, so bottom of the top of the 6th we go. Top of the 6th, and it's 2-0 National League. There. Oh, he did. Oh, I didn't get notification of that. Thank you for telling me that. Well, thank you for joining. I didn't get notification of that. Well, thank you, St. Louis Rocks, for joining the membership. It didn't pop up. Fucking YouTube. Now, it usually pops up on my activity feed on my OBS. But thank you for joining, St. Louis Rocks. So Andrew Abbott on the mound. He's 8-1. There's a foul. As we got Jazz Chisholm to the plate. But thank you, man, for fuck. I wouldn't have fucking known because it didn't show up. Here comes the pitch to Chisholm. That's 1-1. So, Jazz batting .250 of the year for the Yankees. The pitch is a ball. Be 2-1. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, now on my phone I see it. Fucking crappy ass shit. What's up, George? On my phone now, St. Louis Rocks, I see it. But like I said on my activity feed on my OBS, it's not showing up. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2. But thank you very much, St. Louis Rocks. Is you got the goose emoji. I changed them up a little bit. That ball's hit the center field. Is drifting over. 1 down. So Chisholm flies out the center field. There's 1 out here in the 6th. So Pete Alonso ranks in the top 10 a lot of categories with the Mets. Here's a foul to Green. Foul back 0-1. Green's 0-2 on the evening. Yeah. I don't get excited about Summer League. Here's the 0-1. And it's high one because most of those players aren't even going to be on the team. So. And they're not even on the team to begin with. So here's a 1-1. That ball's lifted to center. And 2 down. But I am gonna. I might have another. I have another channel. I have another channel that I mean Pelicans Nation, and I'm just gonna maybe just I don't mean nobody cares about the Pelicans, but we got it's a Rosarina at the plate. It's a strike 0-1. So Randy Rosarina making his first plate appearance tonight for the American League. Here's the 0-1. That's 1-1. Oh, what's up, St. Louis Rocks? Yes, I see it on my phone. I see it that you're a member, but on my OBS, it's not showing. Yeah, shit. The 1-1 is a strike, 1-2. So. It's a summer league, man. I wouldn't get too upset about it or excited. Here's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Underhands it for the 3rd out. So they go 1-2-3. Now we go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-0 National League. But I wouldn't get too upset about it. I mean, we know that Willie Green's gonna suck. So I don't really care about summer league. Summer League is worse than preseason. Worse than preseason, man. I don't know. Who are they playing tonight? Who are they playing tonight? I mean, things aren't going to change till Willie Green's gone. So when they can get a good X's and O's coach that knows how to coach offense and defense and have and knows how to with rotations, Pelicans are going to suck no matter what. I mean, Willie Green's bad. I think he's going to have a short leash next year. If they come out really bad out the gate next year, like 2-10 or some shit like that, I think he's going to get fired. I don't think his leash will be long next year. It's going to be very short. Maybe that's why what's his face didn't go to New York. One of our top assistants didn't go to New York because maybe he knows he can be the interim coach next year. Portland. What's this Dr. Pepper commercial? Purple. This is flavored Dr. Pepper with grape Dr. Pepper. Why are they ruining grape? Why are they? That's what this shit is. Oh yeah, blackberry. Blackberry. Not grape. Blackberry. I'm thinking. I don't know why I said grape. I said because it was purple. Shouldn't be black. Shouldn't be. I mean, the blackberry Dr. Pepper can is kind of purple. Shouldn't it be black? Because blackberries are black, right? Grapes are kind of purplish, kind of. They got purple. They have purple grapes. We got green grapes. But anyway, they got a player from China, 7'2". Oh, he's the new shit. Yao. Remember him for the Rockets? Yao. Here's a picture of Tatis. There's a ball, 1-0. New pitcher on. Pitches for the Royals is Chris Bubich. 7-6 record, ERA of 2.48. The 1-0 is a strike, 1-1. Man, a lot of pitchers that are pitching, they're just pitching for bad teams, man. They could be pitching, man. Here's the 1-1, the Tatis. There's 2-1. Yeah, I mean, I think I mean, you don't know what's going to happen till the season starts, but if they get to a regional next year, I won't be too pissed. It's a strike, no ball, 3-1. Even if LSU just goes to a regional next year and loses, I won't be too pissed. How can you be? 3-1 to Tatis. Swing and a miss. 3-2. But I mean, he's not going to win every year. But as long as we have a chance to get to Omaha, then that's all you can really ask for. 3-2 pitch. It's ball 4. He's more fluid than Yao. Yeah, Yao. Yeah, in the first inning, we had 2 runs in the first inning that was scored. That was it. So Donovan at the plate. Here's for the Cardinals. 1-0. Donovan batting .297 on the season for St. Louis. Bubich delivers a 1-0. The runner goes. It's a ball, and he'll be in there safely. Tatis was in there safely. People forget. Texas, another 5-star quarterback behind Arch. Oh man, yeah, but Arch is Arch, man. 2-0 coming to Donovan. It'll be a foul, 2-1. Yeah, the analytics have changed things. It's more about launch angles, and they batting averages aren't really looked at like big anymore. Here's a ground ball to shorts, and that's gonna be easy. That's gonna be an infield single. So first and third, nobody out, and they had this stupid freaking ump cam on. Crap, man, I hate the fucking ump cam. Anybody else hate the ump cam so much? I don't know why they keep showing it. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see the goddamn ump cam. So first and third, nobody out for the National League. And the polar bear at the plate, Alonso. That's inside 1-0. And it's all about launch angles and hitting the ball 150 miles per hour. You know, going 1 for 4 with a homer is better than going 3 for 3 with 3 singles. The analytics they think that. Here's the ball hit to right field. Let's hit well, and that is gone. Alonso goes the other way, and it's 5-0 National League. Man, I didn't have Alonso on my home run board. I had Ohtani and Cal Riley, but it's the polar bear from University of Florida. Goes yard. Man. So we get a home run tonight, but it wasn't by my pick. Could feel that coming, says Mike K. Paxton hates the media. You mean like the sports media? What about our media in general? Because media in general is sucks. Those Suarez at the plate, it's a ball 1-0. That's why I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. Here's a 1-0. The foul 1-1. Yeah, Alonso had a 3-run home run. He could be in line for the MVP. Is it getting smoky at the game? Here's a 1-1. There's a ground ball to second. 1 down. 1 down. One down. Finally got an out. Waiting for this guy with Mizorowski to pitch, man. Remember him bow down? He was supposed to go to LSU in 2023. Okay, Bubic is getting taken out for Kansas City. Bubic takes taken out. Media in general glazing over a kid quarterback. You mean like Manning? Well, that's why it's smoky, because they lit fireworks up. That's why. That's why it was smoky. They had fireworks. You're back. Yeah, he got rocked. That guy Bubic got rocked. So, but this pitcher for what was it? Is it Milwaukee? Is he? That's what he pitched for. This guy with Mizorowski or whatever his name is. That all the Phillies were upset about getting the All-Star nod. They say he hasn't pitched enough. But he was supposed to go to LSU in 2023, but I think he went to the draft and got drafted high. Where's that Jardians commercial again? Nice, man. Lower limb loss. You may have increased lower limb loss if you take this pill. Well, that sounds promising. Oh, I might lose my lower limbs by taking this Jardians, but is it good? I guess it's gonna lower my A1C or some shit like that. All right, bottom of the 6th we go. New pitcher off for Chicago. I mean, for Chicago. What the hell am I talking about? The American League is like Mize. So Mize is 9-3 with the area 3.15. As Goodman at the plate. He swings at it. Left center going over. 2 down. Chili Rianos tonight. The fuck I'm talking about Chicago. What the fuck am I talking about? Chicago. All right, into the sixth, we're gonna have a Hank Aaron tribute. So Carroll up for the National League. The Diamondbacks out of the back, 0-1. So Carroll batting 245. 245, he's an all-star. That's just freaking just blows my mind, man. But baseball has gone all analytical. They think going 1-for-5 with a 2-run home run is going better than 3-for-3 with 3 singles. So 1-for-1. The pitch, 3-and-a-miss, 1-and-2. Here's a 1-2. That ball's crushed to right field. That's hit well. Right center, that's going to be gone. Another home run for the National League. It's now 6-0. 6-0. National League here in the 6th. Man, National League is opening up, man. Chili Rianos. It's all right. So Corbin Carroll goes a yard. Not something I would really want to go out and get, but I've had it before. A nice catch. Nice catch by the fan out there in the stands. Side him up. So Ellie De La Cruz swings and misses. 0-1. First time with 2 home runs in the National League and in an inning since 1977. Yikes. 1-1. Yikes. That's kind of surprised. So 1-1 here to Ellie De La Cruz. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. So bases are now empty. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. And that's going to end the inning. The National League gets 2 home runs this inning. And they now lead 6-0. Let's see how they said they got a Hank Aaron tribute. Are they going to stay with the Okay. I was wondering, if they were going to stay with the broadcast. Or are they going to go to commercial? They said they had a Hank Aaron. We're going to the commercial break. Maybe they'll have it when we come back. I guess it doesn't really matter if they go to commercial break now or after. But top of the 7th, we go. It's 6-0 National League. They're looking to win. Looking to win a game. Yeah. Check your points. Yeah, I got to get that tomorrow. Bow down. I got to do that tomorrow. But supposedly there's some rain coming with this Invest 93L. I like how they name it. They have the dairy. They got this Dairy Queen cake batter Superman Blizzard. Cake batter cookie dough. Superman Blizzard at Dairy Queen. That sounds yummy. Alright, so okay, now they're doing the Hank Aaron tribute. I thought they were going to do it right after the 6th inning, but of course they went to a commercial break, and now we're probably going to go to another commercial break after that. So get ready for the commercial break. Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Atlanta, Fulton County Stadium. I've been to Fulton County Stadium. Cheesehead says clap, clap, clap. I've been to Fulton County Stadium. But it ain't there no more. But it ain't there no more. So, yeah, it's a cool thing they're doing. I mean, Hank Aaron was a really good ball player for this franchise, and in baseball in general. So, they should honor Hank Aaron. Oh, this is like AI. They're recreating it like through digital AI. We hit 7:15 at the time. Past the Babe. He's the home run king, not Bond. He's the home run king. You're right. Henry did it without steroids, but I mean, everybody else was doing steroids back then, man. When Bonds was doing it, so I don't blame him for doing it. It's a cool ceremony. Move over, Babe. And these guys hit all these home runs without really, and there wasn't the like weights like there is now back then, especially when Bruce was playing, and when Henry was playing, there wasn't so much weight lifting and stuff like that. So I mean, Ruth was just fat. Henry was always he was in shape, but there was no weightlifting like there is nowadays. So players weren't jacked up back then. I knew we were going to go to commercial again. I knew Fox was going to go to commercial, and they were going to hit us with 2 commercial breaks. I knew it. I knew these bastards were going to do that. That's what they did. It was all set up. God damn it. Touffe? I don't know what you're talking about, Pax. Touffe? I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you're doing it wrong. Maybe Touffe? Oh, but etouffee? Talk about etouffee? Like crawfish etouffee? Is that what you're talking about? No, I was trying to think what you were saying. And etouffee. Yeah, etouffee. Yeah. We've cooked that before. Like crawfish etouffee. You better not come out here and bark. Hey, you better not come out here and bark. If you come out here and start barking, you're gonna go back inside. You hear me? Go out there and leave it. Last time you came outside, you wanted to just bark. You came out here and just started howling and barking for some reason. So you go do your business. You way too many commercials. They did it on purpose. They should have done the tribute, and then right after the third out, and once the players exited the field, and then go on a commercial. Oh well, fuck it. Nah, they want Summer League on the Gulf Coast Sports Entertainment Network. Starts at 9 o'clock tonight. All right. Well, it's 9:14 now. Etouffee. Yeah, we've cooked etouffee before. Got to make a roux first, man. Got to make a roux. You know how to make a roux? Got to make a roux. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about a roux, like a cooking roux, not a dog roux. There's a difference. Spencer Callahan, primary offense in Baton Rouge. ¿Se habla español? Yeah. All right, so we can go to the top of the 7th. Henry Aaron was 25-time All-Star. Went to Hall of Fame in 1982. One of 2 players with 700 homers and 3,000 hits. Named to the All-Century team. I got the Presidential Medal of Freedom. His wife is still living? Damn. I didn't know his wife was still living. All right, we're going to the top of the 7th inning. 6-0. National League as the American League. They're about to lose. Here's a Cartman. That's Kirk at the plate. That ball's going to hit the center field for a base hit. So Kirk, first pitch swinging, gets a base hit. As Cartman gets on. Cartman. So Adrian Morjon on the mound for plays for San Diego. We got a new batter. Yep, we got Aranda at the plate for the American League. The pitch is a ball high, 1-0. So Aranda, 324 average on the season. 1-0 to count. American League needs base runners and runs. The 1-0 is 2-0. He's been I think Henry Aaron's it's been several years, I think, since he's passed away. The 2-0. That's a swing and a miss. 2-1. Yeah, Pete and Shoeless Joe Jackson needs to go in the Hall of Fame. It's a shame that Shoeless Joe Jackson's been dead for 70 years. And here's the 2-1. That's a 3-1. And they just now pardoned Shoeless Joe Jackson along with Pete Rose. Both those guys need to be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, maybe Shoeless, his great grandkids can be at the ceremony. 3-2. AL could come back this inning. I say no. Unless they have a rag arm out here. 3-2 pitch coming to the plate. That's gonna be ball 4. Ball 4. Man. So 2 on for the American League. What's up, Butterfly? How you doing, man? How you doing, Butterfly? Doing well, man. Just doing well. Just Rooker going to come to the plate, but we're going to have a pitching change for the National League. But thank you for popping on in, Butterfly. Another pitching change. Where's Rue at? Get him inside. Come on, boy. Where you at? That's good. Rue came inside when I said, and he didn't howl at the freaking moon. All right, so we got pitching change for the National League. 6-0. American League has 2 runners on in the 7th and nobody out. This is the inning they're going to do something. We'll see if they do it, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I don't think they're gonna come back from the 6-run deficit. but we'll see. Free phone with every plan. Verizon. Free phone every plan. Dead weeds in a day. Spruce. Visible results in an hour. I gotta go buy some of that stuff. I got some weeds I gotta take care of. So we're in a commercial break. And we're just waiting to get this game back started. I don't know why all of a sudden there's more commercials. It seems like for this game they do regular season games. But anyway, we got Toronto, we got IndyCar Sunday, noon Eastern on Fox. New pitcher for the National League out of the plays for pitches for San Francisco. Rodriguez on the mound, going to face Rooker. The pitch. Did he go around? I guess not. 1-0. So Randy Rodriguez has an ERA of a 0.86. Whip of a 0.79 for San Francisco. The 1-0 is going to be 2-0. 2-0. Garrett Temple still playing basketball. Damn, man. I thought he retired. That's one guy I never thought would play not this long. That ball's hit to left field. It's hit well. And that is gone. 3-run home run for Rooker. And the American League is back in the game. Yeah, that's one guy. You told me Garrett Temple will be playing until he's almost 40 years old. If you told me that in 2006, I said you're out of your mind. Not Garrett Temple. Man. So now 6-3. As Rooker goes a yard. Man. Hanging pitch. Just hung. And Rooker just crushed it. Out of there. Gone. Over the wall and left. And we got Garcia up. That's going to be foul out play. Garcia for the Royals at the plate. Batting .297 on the year. So Rooker gets the American League a little bit closer. It's now 6-3. That's off the plate. 1-1. Yeah, I remember. It was a Thursday night, and we were all throwing darts. I remember where I was. That's 2-1. We were all out throwing darts. It was a Thursday night. Then they played Texas that Saturday. 2-1. And ooh, it goes over everything. 3-1. 3-1. That was a fun team in 06. I thought they had a chance to win it all, but UCLA kicked our ass. So Miguel Garcia at the plate. 3-1 to count. I saw that coming. The pitch. That's a strike. 3-2. Saw that coming to Mike Cade. You were right. You said they might come back this inning, and I said no. Here comes the 3-2. That's ball 4. So they're going to get a base runner will get on for the American League. Let's see who's coming to the plate. What's up, another member gang, Kelly Gardner. Member gang in the house. We had St. Louis Rocks join the membership, but my OBS didn't notify me. But on my phone it did, which was kind of weird. But thank you for not notifying me that somebody joined a membership. Damn fucking shit. Fucking notifications. So Buxton at the plate. Here's the 1-0. That ball's hit to left field. That's going to be caught though. 1 down. As Buxton almost, I thought he was gonna, that ball was gonna get over and get down. But 1 down. I wish Will Wade would have gone to the Pelicans. Well, of course he's going to do good. Of course he's going to do good with NC State. They care about basketball. They would didn't they go to the Final Four a few years ago? So Bobby Witt's up. The runner goes, and it's gonna be he gets that's good. The ball goes to center field, and allows him to go to third base. So a bad throw allows the runner to go to third base. Yeah, didn't they go to the Final Four years ago? Of course they're gonna do good because they care about basketball. If LSU cared about basketball, we could be good too. I mean, I'm not saying we can win a national championship in basketball, but we can go to the dance. So Witt at the plate. That's 2-0. So 2-0 here to Bobby Witt. 2-0 pitch. That's strike 2-1. They care about women's basketball. They care about football. And they care about baseball. They care about gymnastics. And they win at those sports. They don't care about men's basketball. They haven't cared about men's basketball since Dale Brown was there. Swing and miss. Well, maybe when John Brady was there. We did go to the Final Four that one year. But they haven't cared about men's basketball over about 20 years. So 2-2 coming to Witt. The pitch is a grounder up the middle, but it's going to score a run. It's now 6-4. So 2 down. Base is empty, but it's 6-4. Man. So put another run on the board, but there's 2 down. But the errant throw to third, in center field, scores a run. Because it got him to third base. The Tigers have been in first place for 103 days. Look at Jazz Chisholm at the plate for the American League. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a grounder. Oh, off the first baseman, and he's going to be safe. So Jazz is going to be safe at first. As Matt Olson couldn't come up with it. Bobby Witt. Remember his daddy. Remember Bobby's daddy. Well, they took a bad hop on Olson, or just that might be an error. That might be an error. That should be an E3. If I'm a score, I'm giving him an error. He's a professional. Oh, they call that a hit? Yeah, they call that a hit because that's the hometown call there. Hometown call. They want to give him an error. Yeah, all right, so we got runner first, 2 down for the American League, and we're going to have a mound visit. And, well, we're going to have more than that. We're going to have a pitching change. As Rodriguez is going to exit for the National League. 4-6-0 for the American League. 6-7-1 for the National League. And we got a pitching change upcoming. Wish they would show you who's coming in the game. Wish Fox would do that, but again, it's too much to ask for. I'm back. So we're going to have a pitching change for the National League. Yeah, so we're going to pitching change. We'll see who they bring in. But this game has gotten close here in this 7th inning. It's now 6-4. As Mike said that the American League was going to come back, possibly. I said, nah, man, unless they put some rag arms up there for the National League. It looks like they brought some rag arms up there. Look at a new pitcher for the Brewers. That ball up there, it's McGill. Here's a foul ball. Here's a player for the Guardians. Stephen Kwan, 6 homers, 285 average, second straight All-Star appearance. Here's the pitch from McGill. As down low, 1-1. So Trevor McGill has 21 saves and 24 opportunities, 2.41 ERA. Making his first All-Star appearance. Here's a 1-1 to Kwan. They go around, they're going to peel, then they hit 1-2. Hello, Mario. Mario's in the house. Mario's in the house. The 1-2. There's a ground to third. And that should be the third out, and it is. And the side is retired. But the American League gets 6 runs. And they're right back in this baseball game. Time to stretch in Atlanta. And it's 6-4 National League. I guess Boone didn't do a good job managing. It's been all right. You're not watching the game? Time to stretch here in Atlanta. Or outside of Atlanta, but Atlanta, metro area. Over there in Cobb County. But, all right, so we're going to stay right here for God Bless America. Let's see this guy is. Let's see. Timothy Miller. Let's see how good he is. Turn down my mic a little bit. I don't want to get copyright strike on a. Okay, they gave him a bad mic. That's horrible. That guy can sing. But they gave him. He had a dead mic at first. they had to give him a mic. He went to sing, and mic wasn't working. At least they had a mic right away, just in case something happened. So, but someone sent me a picture of Boone's daughter. She looks 24, but she's only 16. Yikes! Don't you hate that? Like, man, she looked 18, Yana. She told me she was 18, Yana. But that guy was really good. He was a good. He must sing opera. He must sing opera because you can tell he had that kind of that voice. I don't have that voice. I don't care how many beers I drink. I'm never gonna sound like that in karaoke. No matter how. I ain't gonna sound like that. But that was a good. That was good. So I'm glad they kept it on the broadcast and let us TV viewers hear it. But shouldn't they test the mic first before it goes out there? Like testing, testing. But anyway. But at least they didn't wait 20 minutes to go find another mic. That would have been alarming. But you saw a free concert, a tribute to ABBA. Really? Free? A free concert. Nothing bad with a free concert. Nothing wrong with that. So we're going to the bottom of the 7th. It's 6-4 in National League. As we're stretching here in the bottom of the 7th. I already stretched. I don't need to stretch anymore. Here's a Panera Bread commercial. Pick 2 meals. Or pick 2 for a meal. Sweat can irritate your skin. Really? Okay, what do you need, man? Well, you need Dove Extra Men Care Body Wash. Care, change, everything. Come on, man. Let's get this game on the road, man. I've heard of ABBA. I've heard of ABBA. But seems like these commercial breaks a little bit longer than regular season games. I think Major League Baseball is trying to, make money. Oh, yeah, here's Dave Parker. Yeah, poor Dave. And Dave Parker just passed away. He's not going to see himself get inducted to the Hall of Fame. 2025 Hall of Fame inductee. Played for the Pirates and other teams. And unfortunately, he's not going to see himself elected because he passed away. 7-time All-Star. Won a Gold Glove 3 times. 2-time World Series champ. 78 NL MVP and a 2-time batting champion for the Cobra. Dave Parker. Remember him. I remember him late in his career. So 6-4 here in the bottom of the 7th. There's a Stowers fouls it. 0-1. Stowers plays for Miami. Carlos Estevez on the mound for the American League out of Kansas City. 25 saves. ERA of 2.36. Joe Torre looked a little old. But he is old. Here's the 0-1. There's a high 1-1. I think maybe she's dating Volpe. Oh. She says she's 16 years old. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Yeah, Torrey looked kind of old. Looked a little old, but he is old. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. 1 down. 1 down here in the 7th. The American League is going to have a chance. They've came back and scored 4 runs in that top of the inning after giving up 4 in the bottom of the 6th. Boone's the 10th Yankee manager to manage the All-Star team. At least Boone's wearing his jersey today. He's not wearing his $500 pair of sunglasses. Schwarber at the plate. Is the ball 1-0. I haven't seen Volpe in the game yet. If Volpe's an All-Star, there's no way Volpe's an All-Star. Here's a 1-0. That's 2-0. There's no way Volpe's a freaking All-Star. It's just no way. It also loses all credibility if he's a freaking All-Star. 2-0 pitch is just missed low. 3-0. And they've done the automated balls and strikes tonight, Mario, and it's worked. I think it's an A+. We've had 2 challenges. There's a strike 3-1. We've had 2 challenges, and both challenging teams won the challenge. So this needs to come back. This needs to stay in play for next year. There's a foul, but there's no way Volpe's an All-Star. For what? What has he done to be an All-Star? Doesn't he lead the American League in errors? He leads most runners on base when he's at the plate. Well, how is he an All-Star? That's ball 4. So Schwarber gets on for the National League. That's just crazy, man. So I had somebody join the membership today, Mario, and YouTube didn't notify me. Here's the pitch to Tatis. That ball's fouled out of play 1-1. I had to. It showed on my phone, but it didn't show on YouTube on the OBS. But it showed on my phone that somebody joined my membership. I was like, well, thanks for letting me know. Here's the 0-1. There's a strike 0-2. To Tatis. So Tatis walked his only time up. And 0-2. Swing and a miss. 2 down. 2 down here in the 7th. As Tatis strikes out. We got the Donovan up. That's going to be a foul, 1-1. Yeah, Canadian football is on Thursday. Toronto and Montreal. And that game's on TV. It's on CBS Sports Network, so we'll be able to watch it in the States. And the 0-1 is we bout again, 0-2. Yeah, I'm getting into Canadian football. So, starting to get into it. Learning the players. O2 coming to the plate to Donovan. Estevez, here's his 16th pitch coming up. Time must have been called because here comes the pitch, the 0-2. That's down low, 1-2. Yeah, there's nobody plays until Friday, I believe, in Major League Baseball. I think Friday's the day they have to come back. I think it's Friday. Maybe it is Thursday. That's gonna miss. 2-2. So 2-2 coming to Donovan. Here in the bottom of the 7th, the pitch. That ball's lifted to center for a base hit. So 2 on and 2 out for the National League here in the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, that's I kind of like they did it just the way they wear their own jerseys, and not some stupid, generic American League jersey or National League jersey that nobody cares about. I like how they're wearing their jersey. If they play for the Braves, they wear the Braves jersey or whatever. So Matt Olson at the plate. 2 down, 2 on. That's fouled, 1-1. 0-1 to count. We got a subscriber. Is Luscious? Here comes the 0-1 to Olsen. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Enough of Boone. Yeah, I don't know why they're so busy interviewing. It's the All-Star game, but still, I don't know why all of a sudden they think this interview shit is what fans want to listen to. There's a strike three looking right at the knees. That's going to end the inning. So we'll go to the eighth. 6-4 National League. Man. Yeah, Volpe's... How the fuck's he an all-star? I don't get that at all. How? I mean, he's batting like 210, where the fuck he was. Yeah, Chipper's at the game. Chipper, Andrew Jones, and there was somebody else. They all threw out the first pitch. I forgot who the other guy was, but there was Andrew Jones, and it was Chipper Jones, and it was somebody else that played for the Braves that threw out the first pitch. I forgot who the third guy was. But, Chipper Jones. Yeah. And the Braves had some good teams back in the 90s. They just, they won that one title in 95, but I don't know, man, the pitching that they had. I mean, they had Maddox, Glavine, Smoltz, Avery. It's crazy they didn't win more World Series than they did. I guess they can blame Mark Wohlers for one in '96. If Mark Wohlers doesn't blow that game, Atlanta probably beats the Yankees in '96. Because they would have gone up 3-1, and I don't think the Yankees would come. Were going to come back after that. But when Leyritz tied the game up, and then they won a game. Was it extra? I think they won a game in extra innings. Then then they lost to the Yankees again in '99 when they had a better record. So Andres Galarraga. That's who was on. That's who was out there that doing the first pitch. Yeah, I knew it was Chipper Jones and Andrew Jones. I forgot who the third guy was. Baseball is something else. Yeah, they should. Now they're gonna have this AI invention where we can like be at the ballpark on the field. Oh, here's the guy, Mizorowski. Here's the guy, Mizorowski. He's pissed the Philly fans off. 5 career starts, fewest before an All-Star game. Here comes the 0-1 to Rose Arena. There's a ball 1-1. Yeah, Mizorowski actually committed to LSU. But then he got drafted really, high in the draft, and he didn't go to LSU, obviously, because he got more money. That's 2-1. But he would have been on the same team that Paul Skeens was on for LSU. He'd have been on that 2023 roster. Here's the 2-1. That's 3-1. Come on, Randy Rosarina. Let's get the American League back in this. Yeah, this guy's young. Three-one pitch. And that's going to be fouled. Foul back, 3-2. So, yeah, the American League got this game interesting, Karam. They really did. They got this game interesting, which is good. And Rosarina swings at it. That's hit to center field and going back at the wall. 1 down. So took it for a ride. 1 out. The Marlins fan at the ballpark, his butt's always at games like this. I heard that he's a lawyer in South Florida that has a lot of money. He has a law firm down there. That's what I heard. Here's a pitch to Kirk. That's fouled. That pitch was 102 miles per hour. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Has to be fouled. 0-2. 0-2. So Kirk. Kirk needs to get on base and give the American League a chance here in the 8th. Here comes the 0-2 to Cartman. I like how Toronto's wearing they're wearing like these old school from the 90s. Let's foul back. I like these jerseys that Toronto is wearing tonight. The road jerseys. It's like old school, man. So 0-2 to count to Kirk. Pitch. That's lifted to right field, but caught. 2 down. As Tatis makes the catch. 2 down. Yeah, do they? I'm sure they announce it like a year in advance, don't they? Who's getting the All-Star Game? I guess they have to. The cities have to prep and get ready for the All-Star Game. It takes more than a year. I would guess. I don't know. So 2 out, nobody on. Mizorowski still on the mound. We got Aranda walked his first time up. It's a strike. 101 miles per hour on the gun. The Phillies, okay. Phillies host next year. Philadelphia. This automated balls and strikes has worked really, really well tonight. That's 1-1. So this needs to be permanent starting next year. Major League Baseball needs to do it. Here's a 1-1. That ball's fouled. 1-2. I mean, it's. They've had 2 challenges, and they've both been changed within 30 seconds. So it hasn't slowed the game down at all. Here's the 1-2. There's a base hit for right field. I see Olsen talking in the infield. I don't know about Fried. So a 2-out single. And the tying run comes to the plate for the American League. Tying run comes to the plate for the American League. And face, let's see, Zach McKinstry. 8 homers, 31 RBIs. First time being an All-Star. Bats from the left side. Here comes the pitch. Swing and miss. 0-1. That changeup was 99 miles an hour. A changeup. All right, so 0-1 to count. And the pitch is fouled. 0-2. 0-2. I'm not sure, Mario. Here's the 0-2. And 1-2. I'm even looking on my YouTube studio, and it doesn't even show I have a new member. And I had St. Louis Rocks joined today, apparently. YouTube didn't notify me, them bastards. Crap. Here comes the 1-2 to McKinstry. That ball's crushed to right field, but man, right at him. Man, hit it on the button, but right at him for the third out. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 6-4 National League. The Tigers are in first place. They said that they've been in first place like 103 days. I think they said. Tigers. I like seeing the Tigers teams that different teams that have chances at winning. So that's right. Yankees are playing Atlanta this weekend. They play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So they don't have to go anywhere. They don't have to go anywhere. They can just stay. McKinstry, McKinstry play for Central Michigan. Well, he stayed home then. He got to stay home. Yeah, it says on my YouTube studio, no new members. None. 0. But I had a member today. What's up, Karam? I watched the Tigers game this year. Yeah, I haven't watched any Detroit Tiger games yet. But maybe I do. Apparently they got a really good team. And they got a really good team. So. No, they don't. Oh. Okay. It must be the Yankees that have to stay in Atlanta. That's good. They don't have to travel. They'll be able to rest for a few days until this weekend. Yeah, Yankees just I don't. They need to go out and get more players. I think they need a pitcher. They need to upgrade at third. They need to upgrade at third base. There's no way they can stay at the. There's no way they can stay at third base with that guy they have that can hit and can't. Volpe can't field. At shortstop, he can't hit. But they're not going to move on from Volpe. They're stuck with him for some reason. But Peraza and Volpe are just black holes on offense. Here comes that's going to be a swing and a miss, up and in. No, he didn't go around on that. All right, so Suarez didn't go around. He's 1-0. As Shane Smith is 3-7 with an ERA of 4.26 for the White Sox. Another crappy ass team. Here's a 1-0. That's a strike. 1-1. Yeah, the Yankees can't stay with Peraza at third. They can't. I mean, he can't hit. They have to do something at third base. Here's a 1-1. That's 2-1. They have to. So Shane Smith. And the White Sox, another crappy ass team. They're like the Rockies. Oh, that hit him. I mean, he almost got plunked in the first pitch. Man, why are you pitching so far inside, man, in an All-Star game? I don't understand that at all. Why is he pitching inside in an All-Star game? I don't get that at all. It's the All-Star game. Why are you throwing up and in? So Suarez gets plunked, and he'll go to first base. Yeah, the trainers will come check him. Make sure nothing is broken in his wrist. Make sure his fingers are working right. Oh, broken a pinky. I wasn't looking. Uh-oh. He's got a pinky that's going facing the wrong way. Yeah, I don't know why they're pitching up and in like that. And so Jacob Mizorowski, 4-1 of the year, ERA 2.81 is controversial All-Star. Thought we'd be trading for him. So, yeah, I hope this guy is not, hopefully, I said, I don't know why they're throwing up and in an All-Star game. Unless the pitch got away from him. But it's an All-Star game, man. You just throw shit middle of the plate. Here we got Wood at the batter's box. Fouls it back at 1-1. So it appears he's staying. It looks like I didn't see him getting taken out the game. So James Wood, he's in the top 10 in a lot of categories in the National League. Man, this guy's tall. Shit. Here's the 0-1. That's 1-1. This guy's tall. What's up, Pat 84? What's going on, man? This guy looks like he's like 7'2". Damn. How tall is this dude? Here's a 1-1. That's a strike. 1-2. He has 24 homers for the Nats. Here's the 1-2 coming to the plate. That's 2-2. These guys. He's solid. Go Miz. What's up, Mario and Pat? What's up, Carter on Twitch? It's 2-2 coming to Wood. Gonna miss. That's outside. 3-2. Yeah, this guy is tall. Wood for the Nats. No, the Nationals. The Nats. National League. Man. Here's the 3-2. There's a grounder to third. They'll go to second. And that's it. All they get is one out. All they get is one out. So Wood will get on with a fielder's choice. But man, that guy is freaking tall as shit, man. Damn. I gotta Google and see how tall he is. 6'7", that's it. He looks taller than that. All right, so Joe Torre is coming out to change pitchers. So Joe Torre coming out to change pitchers. Yeah, you don't find many batters now batting 300 with all these analytics in baseball. But man, he looks taller than 6'7". I mean, he looks like he's 7 foot, but man, maybe he just looks that way on the camera. But damn, 6'7". Got to be playing basketball, man. Yeah, about that. Yeah, so we got pitching change for the American League. I mean, Joe Torre looks like an old Babe Ruth. Well, I'm sure Joe Torre's in better health than Babe Ruth was. Babe really wasn't that old when he died. Wasn't Ruth like in his 50s? Football season around the corner. Yeah, for LSU. Saints are gonna suck, Pat, but that's all right. I'm okay with the Saints sucking. They need to finish bottom 4 and get a really good defensive player in the draft next year. A bona fide, like a linebacker or an edge rusher. Something like that. That's what come out in the draft next year. That's what the Saints need to do. So, yeah. Yeah, didn't Babe like? I don't think he took. I don't think he took good care of himself back in those days. Like I think he drank like Mickey Mantle, Mickey Mantle drank like a fish. Um, I don't. I don't think Ruth took care of his body. But yeah, he smoked. So smoking. Look, we got Munoz on the mound for Seattle for pitches for the Mariners. 21 saves. There's a pitch to Carroll. Carroll had a homer earlier for the National League. There's a strike. 1-1. First home run by a Diamondback in All-Star Game history. Back in the 6th inning. And they scored 4 runs. Here's a 1-1. There's a strike. 1-2. 1-2. Here to Carroll. So Munoz coming set. And a 1-2 is inside 2-2. Yeah, I remember Munoz from the Yankees series. Yeah, I'm afraid the Saints are going to win like 9 or 8 games and really pick like 12. There's a pop-up where we should be picking like 4th next year to really help our team. Saints need to win like 3 games next year, something like that. Because we really need some young defensive players. And the only way to get that is for us to be bad next year. And I know that going in. I can stomach it. 2-2 pitch. That's 3-2. I can stomach that. But yeah. 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4. So 2 on. And 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, Russell Wilson's got to be the starter. I don't think they went out and got Russell Wilson for him to ride the bench, but maybe he doesn't start the whole year. So Dela Cruz at the plate. If the Giants are bad and out the playoff race, maybe they start Dart late in the year. Want to know? I can see that happening. What if the Giants are out of the playoff race late in the year, and then I would start Jackson Dart at that point. The 1-0 is 2-0 because at that point you need to look to the future, and you drafted Dart to be the future. Just my opinion. 2-0 is 3-0. But if Russell Wilson has the Giants, in playoff contention, they're going to stick with Russell Wilson. All right, we got Stowers on deck for the National League. That ball's hit to left. Dela Cruz is out. 2 down. 2 down. Well, you got a point there. I just don't think they brought in Russell Wilson to ride the bench. I don't think he went there to ride the bench. But what if Jackson Dart beats him out? What if they have an open competition and he gets beat out? Pull Stowers at the plate. Swing and a miss. 0-1. You ready for me to get mad this year, Pat, when Brian Kelly loses to Clemson? That's 1-1. And Brian Kelly's already saying stupid shit, and it's pissing me off. Here's a 1-1 coming to Stowers. Let's start out play 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 to count here to Stowers. 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the 8th. National League leads 6-4. The pitch is upstairs and away, 2 and 2. I know you're probably pulling for you don't like Clemson. So, I know you'll be on my side that game, but I don't trust Brian Kelly. Not going on the road. 2-2 pitch. That's 3 and 2. Just don't trust him, man. Don't trust him. Russell and Winston. Yeah, they might hold off on Dart, Pat. That ball's popped back out of play. But I can see the game's at Clemson. Yeah, he's running his mouth. He talked about. Did you see when he talked about punching bags with the Clemson paw print with 1-0 on it? I'm like, man, just win a game, man. 3-2 pitch. Did you see when he talked about punching bags with the Clemson paw print with 1-0 on it? I'm like, man, just win a game, man. 3-2 pitch. 3 looking. Hours. But I think this is going to be strike 3. I think it is. That's going to be a strike. That's right there on the bottom part of the strike zone. That's strike 3. So, we'll go to the top of the 9th at 6-4 National League. Yeah. Need a new team to root for, the Dolphins. The Dolphins. So top of the 9th inning we go, man. This game is almost finished. Yeah, that's the third challenge. That's the third challenge we had today. I think the automated balls and strikes have worked really well today. All right. Yeah. Oh, I got 2 years of eligibility left. Really, at 49 years old. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Fluffy. I have some eligibility left. All right. The Mets don't know if they want to be bad or good. Yeah, so they want to be like middle of the road, like middle of the road team. So we're at the top of the 9th inning, and the American League needs 2 runs to keep this game going. Can the National League win a game? The American League has dominated the All-Star Game as of late. We'll see if they can get it up. You're 49, yeah, I'm 49. Yeah, I'm 49. All right, so let's see, Dave. We got Suarez out there to close it out for the National League. 28 saves. Leads the major league in saves. So Garcia at the plate. Here's the 1-0. That ball's fouled. How to play 1-1. DH Gate, Fluffy. It's an app. It's David Henry Gate. It's an app. Here's a 1-1. It's a strike. 1 and 2. I actually have I got it. Kate Anderson and Curiel jersey that I got. I'll probably get that. It takes about a month to get in. Here's a fly ball to right field. That is the fair foul. This will be foul. Man, almost made it a 1-run game. Foul. Man, we almost had a 1-run game. Almost. So 1 and 2 to count. Yeah, I thought that was going to sneak just inside the the fair pole. Here comes the 1-2. There's a grounder to third. It's a slow roller. They got him now. That was close. 1 down. That was close. 1 down. That was a slow chopper. But 1 down. We got Buxton up. That's a ball 1-0. So 1-0 to count in the Buxton. Pitch is a base hit. Down the line and right. Let's see if he goes for 2. And he'll try to go for 2. And he is in there with a double. In there with a double. Man. Come on, National League, win this game. It's a pat. The tying run is at home plate. They got Southeastern jerseys. I never looked and checked. I don't know. We got Bobby Witt Jr. coming to the plate. He had an RBI ground out back in the 7th. So he's the tying run at the plate. The pitch. That ball's foul back. 0-1. This could turn into a blown save. We got Edwin Diaz in the bullpen for the National League. So Bobby Witt Jr. at the plate. Here comes the 0-2. And that's going to be a base hit. Yes. Down the line and right. So a run's going to score. It's now 6-5. So Witt gets a double. 6-5 now in the ninth. 6-5 now here in the ninth. As the tying runs at second base now for the American League. But now we're gonna have a pitching change. Pitching change. We got a pitching change. As it looks like Diaz is going to come in. So Suarez is going to exit. So we might have a pitching change. Pitching change. Yeah. Pitching change, man. Gonna have Jazz versus Edwin. Are we? Are we at the top of the order? Because Chisholm was batting when they put him in the game. They had him batting 1 in the lineup. I don't know if we're there. I didn't look at the the batting lineup and see where we at. Looks like Jazz is up, but I don't know if he bats. AL finds a way. Yeah, AL finds a way. They do. They do find a way. They do find a way. Yeah, they find a way, man. Okay, it is gonna be Jazz, so we are back at the top lineup. Okay, we are back at the top of the lineup. Yeah, okay, so we are gonna be at the top of the lineup. So largest comeback win has been 5 runs. That was the National League back in 1955. So Diaz on the mound, it'll be a foul as Edwin Diaz has 19 saves, one ERA of 1.66 on the year. So Jazz is at the plate. Swing and miss, 0-2. So Jazz is swinging for the fences instead of being patient at the plate. Here comes the 0-2. That's going to be a line out to first. Yes, 1 down. Well, actually, it was a ground to the first. There's 2 down. I'm sorry, 2 down. Excuse me. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. So now the American League is down to the final out, but the tying run is 90 feet away. That was a nice play by Olsen. Otherwise, this game would be tied. This game would be tied if it wasn't for Olsen at first base. So 2 down, runner at third for the American League. We got Quan up. There's a ball, 1-0. So Quan at the plate for the American League. Plays for Cleveland. The 1-0. There's a strike. 1-1. 1-1 to Kevin Kwan. Stephen Kwan had a ground out back in the 7th inning. He's 0-1. And the 1-1 is a swing to miss. 1-2. So now the American League is down to their final strike. Can the National League get a win? It's been a while. The 1-2 is fouled back. That slider was 100 miles per hour on the gun. So 1-2 to count. And the pitch is hit out again. Stays a 1-2. Now Diaz. Oh, I thought he was calling the catcher in. So Quan. Look, we are having a mound visit between the catcher and the pitcher. It's nice web plays. No fun. The web gems by the National League here. So 1-2 to count to Quan. We got 2 outs in the ninth. That's inside. 2-2. 2-2. Yeah, National League defense has been good. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground that's could end the game. Slow roller though. Only got to hurry. And they didn't get him. The game is tied. The game is tied at 6. Infield single for the American League. And the game is tied at 6. Man, we might go extras, guys. We might go extras. Maybe. Maybe. That was a slow roller. They're playing back. And Quan easily beat that out. So the American League has tied it up here in the ninth at 6 apiece. Man. Now we got Rosarina at the plate with a strike. And Quan steals second. Man, Quan steals second base. So Randy Rosarina is over 2. The pitch is a strike. 0-2. Yeah, you saw that. Mike, I have to give Mike credit. Mike called it when it was 6-0. He called it. Not like he called it when it was 6-5. 0-2 pitch is just off the plate. 1-2. You said this when it was 6-0. You said American League. They know how to win. Oh, we got a challenge here. Automated balls. It's going to be it's a strike. It gets overturned. That's going to end the top of the ninth inning. So this is a strike. And we're going to go to the bottom half of the ninth inning. We're tied at 6. And that was a really big pitch there. Because now we're going to go to the bottom of the ninth. Now we're going to the bottom of the ninth. Pitcher challenge. I've liked them, these challenges. They haven't taken very long at all. 30 seconds tops. So they need to implement this thing next year. I don't know why they just can't do it now, but whatever, whatever. All right, so bottom 9 we go. 6. So just when we thought that maybe the National League was going to win one, they got 6-0. Then the American League scored 4, make it 6-4. They got right back in it. And now they have tied it up. Man, that's just crazy, man. Crazy that the American League just keeps winning. They haven't won it yet, but they haven't won it yet. So, yeah, so that's why I think baseball has the best All-Star game of the, well, hockey's right there. Hockey's right there. So, it's probably baseball, hockey, and then I think basketball and football are tied for the worst. I think they're both equally bad. But at least football kind of changed it. They have a flag football game. They don't have a crappy ass football game. At least they did something to change it up. All right, so Chapman, he's still freaking pitching. So Aroldis Chapman gonna pitch here. Pitches. I didn't even know he pitched for the Red Sox. I didn't even know he was still pitching. All right, so got Schwarber here in the bottom of the ninth. The pitch, swing and miss, 0-1. So Schwarber batting .247 on the season. Walked back in the 7th inning. He's 0-1 officially. And the 0-1 is gonna miss, 1-1. If this game is tied, after it goes to a home run tie, that's what it is. That's interesting. Here's a 1-1. There's a foul. 1-2. Yeah, the game is still on, Randall. It's 6-6. American League just tied it up in the ninth. They just tied it up in the ninth inning. They have come back and tied it up. And Schwarber's going to hit it to third. What's a line out to third? As Garcia grabs it before it hits the ground. 1 down. No. You don't remember the All-Star game that ended in a tie, and it got everybody all pissed off, and then they had the All-Star game that determined who had the home field advantage in the World Series. Tatis at the plate. The pitch is a ball one. Oh, they call that strike. 0-1. Oh, what kind of? Yes, they're not challenging it. So 0-1 account to Tatis. And a pitch. And it's another strike. 0-2. Man. Yeah, they've had some homers. Alonso had a homer. What's that guy? Carroll had a homer for the National League. Swing and a miss. 2 down. Didn't the American League have somebody homer? You should remember they had the winner of the All-Star game having home field advantage in the World Series after that tie. They got everybody so mad. There's a pitch that Donovan going to miss. Well, 1-0. Now we're going to have a challenge again. As the American League is challenged, the catcher is initiated the challenge. And that's a strike. That's going to get overturned. It's going to be 0-1. Well, there's been a lot of calls overturned with this automated balls and strikes. There's been a lot of pitches overturned. So, they need to, they said no extras. Here's the 0-1. That's foul 0-2. No way. I thought, no. 0-2 count here to Donovan. Boo. Here comes the... I hope they hit a home run here then. That ball is fouled back out of play. So 0-2 to count. Here to Donovan. Okay, it is the home run swing off, so it's not going to tie. Okay. So Steve Pearson was right. 0-2 pitch. Upstairs, 1-2. Catcher's interference. Yeah. I don't recall watching that game. Maybe I did. So 1-2 to count here to Donovan. And the pitch is fouled back out of play. But so good. It's a home run swing off. At least that's something different. Good. So it won't be a tie. Good. Yeah, I think Major League Baseball does a good job with that, with their All-Star game. They finally fixed it. That's 2-2. That slider missed high. 2-2. 2-2. So Chapman trying to send this game into the swing-offs. That's it's a foul. They say it's a fair ball. He's out. It's a fair ball. He's tagged out. So, wow. They're going to say there was a fair ball. He gets tagged out. as yeah, man, as out of there. So end of 9, we're tied at 6. End of 9, we're tied at 6. Man. Man. Yeah, I remember that. So we're going to have a swing off. This is cool. 3 players from each teams. 3 swings from each player. Teams alternate. Team with most home runs wins the All-Star game. All right, let's go, man. I like this. I like this idea. We're going to have a swing off. So we're going to have a swing off here to see who wins the All-Star game. So this is a kind of like this. Kind of like this. Instead of going to extras and playing till 16 innings. I don't know how. I mean, this could be just like interesting. This could be just like the home run derby where you have somebody lofting balls up. I guess so. I guess it's going to be just like the home run derby. We got people just like lofting balls. All right, so who we All right, it's interesting. It's very interesting. So. All right, so a rookie, you were pissed off. It was catcher's interference. But yeah, but it was catcher's interference. So Rooker is going to bat first here for the American League, and we alternate American National League, American National League, American National League. And whoever has the most home runs will win the All-Star game. Why isn't Joe? What's Boone? What's Boone doing? What's Boone doing? Boone's being Boone. You know, Boone's being Boone. That's what he's doing. Yeah, Boone's being Boone. So Rooker. Well, Rooker did hit. Didn't Rooker hit a home run? I think so. Yeah, what's up, Eagle Fang on the Twitch? He says, Bonehead is the manager in this game. I thought that was satire. No, Boone's actually the manager in the game. Eagle Fang. He's a manager in the game. So, yeah. Let's go. AL says Ghostface. This is really this. I actually like this. This is one of the really good things that Manfred has done. Instead of going to 16 innings, I like this. Let's have a home run swing off. Make it interesting. So we'll see who takes this home run derby and win the game for their respective league. So I'm ready, man. You want my yeah. Why is Riley not hitting or Judge? That's just crazy, man. I don't know. Yeah, why not Cal Riley? Why not Aaron Judge in the home run derby here? But I think this was good for Manfred. I think this was one of the better things he's done. He's done a lot of dumb things in baseball. One of the better things he's done. So, can Jay coach in the majors? I don't think he wants to, but it's different. Nick Saban found that out. Steve Spurrier found that out. It's different. Um, yeah. I don't know, man. That's a good question. Can he coach in the majors? Can he man? Because a lot, it's just different. No, where's he going to go? Is he going to go to a team that sucks? I think he do. But I do think he would do a better job than Boone. Who am I pulling for? I'm pulling for nobody. I think he would do. I think he would do a better job than Boone when if he coached the Yankees. I don't think that's up for a debate. I think he'd be better than that. But I don't know, man. It's like it's different. You got a lot. You can't go out and just get the best players. You can't recruit the best players in the majors. You gotta. You know, but if he was with the right team, like the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Red Sox, a team that can actually put up. Okay, we got Rooker and Stowers, Rosarina, Schwarber, Randa, and Alonso. We get 3 swings. We get 3 swings. I like that we got 3 swings, not like 10 outs and some shit like that. You get 3 swings. So Rooker. Let's go, man. That ball's hit to left field. That is gone. So it's 1-0 American League here in this home run hit off. Another ball going to be hit to left field. That's going to be gone. So he gets 2 home runs in 3 swings. So 2 home runs in 3 swings for the American League, and they lead 2-0. He was beasting there. Beasting there. Rooker. All right, now we're going to have the National League coming to the plate. We got Stowers coming to the plate. So Stowers for the game was over 2 with 2 Ks. So we'll see what home runs for the win. But Rooker gets 2 runs for the American League. And now Stowers bats to the left side. Plays for the lonely old Marlins. Where he gets 3 swings. That's it, 3 swings. Come on, give him, throw him a pitch to hit, man. You got to throw him a pitch to hit. But Ebel, that's not going to get out, I don't think. And that's going to be, nope. There was his first swing. There was his first swing. That ball's hit to right field and going to be gone. So that was his second swing. Now 2-1. So he'll have one more swing coming. It'll be his last swing. That's popped up, and that's going to not get out there. So it's 2-1 American League after the first 2 batters. After the first 2 batters. All right, so Randy Rosarina will come to the plate for the American League. All right. All right, of course, he'll get 3 swings like everybody else. So it's 2-1 American League. It's smart to take some pitches. Get the feel of where it's going. And it's Swinkley. First swing is not out the park. And the next one, his second swing, that's hit well, and that is gone. As Randy Rosarina hits his second swing out the park. It's 3-1. I meant to do this. I forgot. Let's put the bat over there. So Rosarina hits his third swing. And did he get under it enough? And it's going to go out to... It's going to be... Nope. Going to die at the warning track. So it's 3-1 American League as Schwarber will now come to the plate. So Schwarber will come to bat here in this home run derby. The National League only down by 2. And Schwarber will have 3 at-bats to maybe tied up. So Schwarber has the second most home runs since 2017 behind Aaron Judge. He's ahead of Matt Olson, Eugenio Suarez, and Shohei Ohtani. All right, so Schwarber comes to the plate. So Schwarber will have at the plate. Here comes pitch. And he's taking some pitches. And ball, first pitch, his first swing. Center field, that is gone. Is it gone? Is it gone? Yeah, gone. Just, man. Well, Schwarber, with his first swing, gets it out of there. Here's the second one. That's hit well, and that is going to be out of there. The game is tied now, 3-3. And so Schwarber has 2 homers and 2 swings. So he'll have one more swing. He maybe should have swung at that one. Maybe should have swung at that one. Here comes a third. Here's a third swing. Is it fair or foul? It's going to be gone. He hits 3 homers. It's now 4-3 National League. Man. These home runs count? These home runs, probably not. I would imagine no. There's probably some kind of disclaimer that says no, it's not going to count. All right, so Schwarber hits 3 homers. Yeah, I don't think they would. I don't think they would count that. It's going to have to be whatever was regulation baseball. So Schwarber hits 3 homers on 3 swings, and the National League now takes the lead, 4-3. Now the American League has to hit a home run, at least in this little arena, has to hit a homer. Because if he goes 3 swings and no homers, it's over. Yeah. Boom, did it again. Yeah, where was Cal Riley and Aaron Judge? I mean, wouldn't that people would want to see those guys bat? I would. I would want to see Judge and Cal Riley hitting in the home run derby. And wouldn't everybody else? So Aranda trying to get his pitch to hit. How was the ball getting to the plate? Just like the home run derby. That ball's hit to center field, but going to be out. There's his first swing. No, not a machine. It's just like the home run derby where they just loft it up there. But he has 2 more swings to get a homer. That ball's hit to right field, but is it gone? No. They don't count that. It was off the wall in right field, so it didn't go over that wall into the seats. So it's here's his last. He only has 1 swing left. Aranda has 1 swing left to get the tied up. And it's so. Yeah, where's and that's not going to get there. That's not going to get out there. I don't think. Nope. That's going to die out there in left field. So the game is over. The National League wins 4. Well, they win the home run hit off 4-3 as Schwarber should be the MVP. Yeah. Why wasn't Judge in or Cal Riley? So the game was 6-6 after 9 innings. Went for the home run hit off, and the National League wins 4-3 on that. As that ball just that little brick wall didn't get over. So man, wow, man, that was exciting. I actually like that inning better than going to freaking extra innings. That was a lot more exciting. But Judge should have batted, and so should have Cal Riley. I mean, that's the 2 top run. That's the 2 top home run players in baseball right now. So, well, I don't know how they're going to determine the final score, but this is all new. So I don't know how they finish. I don't know how they finish. How they're going to do that because it's all new. So, man, that was exciting. That was exciting. Yeah, it might be like soccer, where it ends on penalty kicks. This is new. This has never happened before. So it's never happened before. So that was exciting. That was exciting. I like that. That was fun. I actually like the way that they draw up that special ending instead of going to extras and playing those 16 innings. I like that. Good job, man, for one of the better things you've done with baseball. Other than letting Pete Rose and choose Joe Jackson back in the Hall of Fame. But that was fun. I enjoyed myself, man. So Thursday we got Canadian football, eh? We got Toronto versus Montreal. So, yeah, what's going to happen? Everyone's bets. I didn't bet. Time to worry about it. So it looks like it's going to be like the penalty kicks thing. Yeah. So that was fun. I actually really enjoyed that. I'm glad it ended the way it did. So yeah. So we'll be here Thursday for Toronto versus Montreal. Canadian football. I think the game's in Montreal. I think it's in Montreal. But have a good man. I got a clue. Oh shit! I almost forgot. I got to close something out here. Damn it! Hold on. I almost screwed up. 1 second. I almost fucked up and I didn't close the betting out. Always fucking late. I always forget to fucking do this and it pisses me off. Always forget to freaking do this and it pisses me off. Alright, the National League won. No, the National League won. National League won the home run hit off Yeah, the National League won the home run hit off, not the American League. So, yeah. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. Man, I can't believe Manfred actually did something right.